we've got our WRX radio out of a 2019 STI, but this will work with any WRX 2019, 2020, 2021, as long as it has this symbol under the volume knob. This little logo means it's a Harman Kardon radio. It's this, and it's the full touch screen. And most of them are going to have this bad delamination here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's delaminated, and it does ghost touches, and it'll call people without you touching anything and change settings. So that's what we're going to replace, is this screen on the Harman Kardon WRX radios with that logo. So when you pull it out of the car, this is how it's going to look. It's going to have the radio, the heater controls all attached, and this is the DCM. This black box is known as the DCM, or telemetrics. It controls the Starlink in your car. So this, if you have a draining battery, it's probably this. This is probably the problem, but you can't get rid of it. You have to have it, or else your front speakers won't work. So you need to keep that. Okay, so you're gonna pull it out of the car like this. And then first thing we want to do is take off all this part. And the best way to do that is use your number 10 Torx and take off these 4 side screws. You can get all these Torx. You're going to need a 10, a 9, and a Phillips head screwdriver. You can get them all from our website, kineticvehicles.com. It's kineticvehicles.com. We have a toolkit that'll give you all the tools you need to take the stereo out and fix it. So we'll take these 4 side screws out with the number 10 Torx, and then take this whole part of the radio off of this from this part. So this will all come off. Then you have this part left. And then the easiest thing to do is take off the heater controls so you can get in here better when you need to fix it. So that's just 4 Phillips heads. And then your heater controls come out. Now if you're shipping me the radio, this is how I want you to ship it. Just like this. No heater controls, no back part. I have everything I can test here. So when you ship it to me at Kinetic Vehicles, this is what I want. And then I can fix it. I can replace everything and test it. So kineticvehicles.com. Okay, now the next part is going to be taking off this metal piece. So you're going to take out the number 9 Torx. That's the number 9 Torx. And you're going to take off these 4 screws. There's only 4 screws that hold it on. So you're going to take those off. You're going to use a little flathead or a pry tool or something to get it off. And take that off. Now you got your PCB board with all the ribbon cables. So if you have, after you install everything, if your display doesn't turn back on, you probably unhooked one of these ribbon cables by mistake. But this right here, this one, long one, is for the touch screen. We're going to pry this open. That just pulls up. Very easy. You can see it just pulls up. And then you can take the ribbon cable out. Super easy. And then we're going to use a little bit of heat. Alright, we're going to use this is all heated up now with the heat gun, and now we're going to take this off. So we're going to use a flathead screwdriver, and we're going to get under it here and just pry it up a little. We're just going to pull it off. And there it is. Ribbon cable. This is the old delaminated one. You might be able to see it better now. It's all delaminated. It's all no good. So we'll get rid of that. Now we're going to have to get this old adhesive off. So we're going to use the heat gun again and just heat it up a little bit. It'll make it a lot easier. If you heat it up a little bit, it makes it a lot easier for it to peel off. There it is. We got all the adhesive off. Now I'm going to blow all the dust off and everything with the heat gun, and make sure you get all the stuff off your screen so you don't have anything in there. Get all the dust and dirt and everything out of there. Now it's all ready for the new screen to go in. Just make sure you don't have any ribbon cable left in the slot. Alright, let's put the new screen on. Alright, when you get your new screen from Kinetic Vehicles, it's kineticvehicles.com. It's going to have a plastic part on the top. You take that off. That's on the front. It's all nice. And then on the back, this part also has a plastic covering. That's what this green little pull tab is for. So we'll start there. We'll take off that one. That'll take off the protective cover there. And then we'll go to this one here. And then to the top one. And then on this side. If you do it in that order, it'll be a lot easier because the tabs won't get stuck to the adhesive. You want to keep this ribbon cable out of the adhesive here. If you let it get stuck on this adhesive, you're going to ruin it and you'll have to buy a new one. So keep your fingers and don't let it get stuck. So now we got all the adhesive exposed. We have the unit here. I like to use a heat gun. Heat it up a little. Make sure there's no dust or anything. Blow all that off. And then I like to heat up the adhesive a little bit. And then put it on. Make sure you keep this ribbon cable out of the adhesive. That goes in first. And then line it up. Line it up nice. Make sure it's good. And then push it down. And then use a rag or a cloth to make sure it's all pushed down. You want to get that adhesive stuck really well. And make sure you give it some pressure. It's all lined up. And flip it over. You'll have your ribbon cable coming out of the slot, and then just bend it over and stick it in. And and you'll see there's two indentations here that line up, and the line will be straight across under those, and then just push the thing down and that's it. You're all set and it's all fixed. And then just put it all back together and give it a test. The number 9 Torx go here. So that's the number 9 Torx. All in. That's good. I'll put this back on. So make sure the CD slot lines up. Make sure you're putting it on the right way. Goes in. Now we use number 10 Torx. That's all back together now. And then we'll put the heater controls in. There we have it. It's all back together. Plug it in and test it out.